Hey, it's Cody from IT, and in this week's Tech Tip Tuesday, we're going to be showing you how to use your screen reader to do a spell check with Microsoft Office. Alright, so I have a document open here in Microsoft Word, and it has a lot of spelling and grammar errors. So let's do a spell check. The first step is to navigate to our editor pane in Microsoft Office. Now we're going to do this with one key command. It's F7. Remember, F7 is in our function row, which is the very top of your keyboard. Now, if it doesn't work for you, some keyboards also make you hold down your function key along with that F7 key. That function key is usually in the bottom left corner between Control and Windows. Let me try it. F7.
Toolbar, editor score 80% button, press down arrow key to navigate inside the card.
And there's my editor pane. Now that we're on our editor pane, we need to do a little bit of navigation. In Microsoft Office, to navigate through a pane, you are going to press Tab to go forwards and Shift Tab to go backwards, just like the internet. So I'm going to press Tab here until I either hear spelling or grammar. Let me try it.
How formal will this document be? Corrections grouping, spelling, 11 issues.
Okay, there's spelling. So I'll stop here and I'll press Enter.
Spelling, not in dictionary grouping, misspelled, loud.
So it looks like this word is spelled incorrectly. When this happens, you can press Tab to hear your options. Let me do that now.
Button read context. Suggestions to choose from grouping.
And when I find the option that makes sense, I can press Enter, and it will not only correct that option, but it will also jump me to the next spelling suggestion. Isn't that cool? Let me do it now.
Would, similar to, no reference information button collapsed.
Now, if you don't want to correct a mistake, if you just want to ignore it, you can continue to press Tab and hit Ignore, or one of the other options below. Once you are finished with all of your spelling mistakes, it will jump you back to the editor pane. Remember, the editor pane is where we were when we first pressed F7. So it looks like I'm done with all of my spelling mistakes. Now I can move on to grammar. Let me tab to grammar.
How formal will this document be? Corrections grouping, grammar, 2 issues.
There's grammar. I'm going to press Enter.
Grammar, a semicolon isn't usually used in this situation grouping.
And then the process is exactly the same. Tab to hear your options, or you can press Ignore. Either one. All right, one last thing before we wrap up. If you want to jump out of Spellcheck and back into your document, you can press Escape at any time in this process. Just like this.
Document selected 1524.
And notice the screen reader has jumped me back into my document. Spellcheck is still open. I can still get there with F7, but now I am editing my document. All right, disclaimer. Depending on your version of Microsoft Office, your spell check might look a little different than mine, but the basic concepts are the same. Some things to remember: F7 to jump to the editor pane, navigate that pane with Tab and Shift Tab, and jump back to your document at any time with Escape. With those 3 key commands and some problem-solving skills, you should be just fine. Now, if your version of Microsoft Office was different than mine, leave a comment below explaining what you did to solve the problem. That way, other people that come to this video will have a couple of options to try. Now, if you struggled with this video, that is totally fine, but I'd recommend you going back to basics. Our newest course in the screen reader curriculum is called Working with Text, and in that course we teach you how to read, write, and edit text with Microsoft Word or Google Docs, just like we did in this video. That way, you'll be ready for more advanced skills like the ones you saw here. Now, we make a habit of making free content just like this every single Tuesday. Now, if you enjoyed this video and learned something from it, hitting that subscribe button below shows us that you enjoyed the content and motivates us to make more of it. Now, if I didn't earn your subscription this week, that's totally fine, but I'll be back here next week trying again with another Tech Tip Tuesday.